we're back with another video here. This is another top 5 cheap players. And this week, or this is, what am I saying this week? Today we're going to be doing a left defense top 5, alright? So let's get right into it. Let's not waste any more time. And the number 5 is going to be...
Cross-ice, they score! Mark Giordano, 3-3!
Number 5 is going to be Mark Giordano. So, you know, Mark Giordano is actually a very solid defenseman. I've been using his Team of the Week all year, but before I had the Team of the Week version, I always used his regular card, because his regular card is just a very stellar defenseman. I mean, that skating is very good for a defenseman. That's only for 1,000 coins. I mean, he's a very good defenseman. His checking is really on point. He can throw the body around like it's nothing. It's unbelievable how cheap he can really be, because his overall is unbelievable for someone that can be 1,000 coins, because just look at that skating. And his shooting is a little bit better than it shows, I feel like. his shot is a little bit better than that. But his hands are even really good for a defenseman. 86 is really good, actually. And obviously the checking is very good. And defense, I mean, he's a defenseman, so you have to hope that would be good. But yeah, Mark Giordano, like I said, I've been using him all year. I mean, really, he's just one of my favorite defensemen to use. So, I mean, I hope you guys enjoy him if you use him. I mean, I think he's a very solid defenseman for the price, especially he is 1,000 coins. I mean, it's a good player to have, all right, guys? So, let's move on to number 4.
Callahan battling in front. Here's a shot. They score! Hedman with a rocket.
All right, now next, number 4 is going to be Victor Hedman. See, you know, the thing is with Victor Hedman is I'm not the biggest fan of tall defensemen, but you got to admit, Victor Hedman, his size and his checking is just absolutely deadly. And really, if you want literally a rock on defense, like if someone runs into him, that player won't be getting up. I mean, he is just an unbelievable force out there on the ice. He can just throw the body like it's nothing. You could just be skating up the ice and he'll just kill somebody on, like, all of a sudden. Like, it's unreal. He's just unbelievable. And the skating is actually ridiculous for someone who's that big. And I believe his size is, yeah, it's unreal, 6'6". I mean, his hands are even 86, and his checking, like I said, his checking 90. I mean, this is he's under 10K. Think about it. This is like a steal, really, for someone that's actually that good. He is actually one of the best defensemen to pick up for under 20K. I mean, that's why he's definitely number 4 on my list. Hopefully, you guys enjoy using him if you take my suggestion, all right? So let's move on to number 3 now.
Haskover scores! Cornwall! 4-0!
His team's not giving him much support at all. He did the best.
Next is going to be Nicholas Kronwall. He's a very similar player to Hedman, just a little bit smaller and a little bit less deadly with the hits, but he can throw the body around just as much as Hedman, really. He is unbelievable. An 89 overall defenseman for under 20K. I mean, he's definitely your guy. I mean, he is just so stellar defensively. Like, he's going to just always be there in the right defensive position for sure. I mean, he's always there making the great pokes. He's got pretty good skating for how tall is he? 6, yeah, 6 foot. It's not bad at all. But like I said, his size, he's not that big, but he can throw the body around a lot. Like I said, defense is 88, which is pretty good. I mean, for, like I said, 15,000 coins for someone like this with all those stats, I mean, it's a good buy. That's all I gotta say. It's a good buy. I mean, you can look at the shooting isn't really the greatest on Kronwall, but that's okay. I mean, you're really not looking for Kronwall to, like, get clap bombs. I mean, really, are you? I mean, more of a defenseman, really. Yeah, he says he's a two-way defenseman, but I would be, if I were you guys, I would be looking at him on the penalty kill. I wouldn't be, like, on the power play Kronwall, you know? Kronwall's not a guy you would really think of, like, getting goals, all right? So, I mean, that's my opinion on Kronwall. I think he's a very stellar defenseman, and he could really help any team. He could go on any team, even with Crosby's and Ovechkin's. I think he's a very good team. A very good player for any team, all right? So let's move on to number 2.
Up high, there's a shot, and a goal! Power play goal, Jack Johnson!
Number 2 is going to be Jack Johnson. Now, Jack Johnson, he is just an absolute beauty. And he's not 11,000 coins, obviously. But look at he's a very good defenseman for only 1,000 coins. I've always liked Jack Johnson. Every year, he's just very good. I believe he was 86 last year. Not 100% sure, but he could have even been lower. I don't even remember. But, yeah, Jack Johnson, 87 skating, 84 shooting, 85 hands, 87 checking, 86 defense. I mean, you guys can say what you want. I mean, I might have these guys a little bit kind of mixed up, but this is just my opinion on these players, all right? I mean, like I said, I feel like he is more of a smooth skater than Kronwall, in my opinion. He can skate a little bit better. Like, he's more agile, I think, than Kronwall. He can really get around a lot of players. I mean, he's more of an offensive guy, in my opinion. He's like a little bit more, like, I don't know, fluent is I guess the word I'm looking for. But, yeah, Jack Johnson I'm a huge fan of, all right? So let's move on to number 1. Who's it going to be?
Third time, Yandel to the net, he scores! Keith Yandel!
Number 1 is going to be Keith Yandel. Now, Keith Yandel is probably the best defenseman in the entire game for under 20K. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I didn't even, realize how unbelievable his stats were until I started looking at them again today. 88 skating, okay? Now, that's just unbelievable, okay? 85 shooting, that's good, that's average. 89 hands for a defenseman. I mean, that is just remarkable. Checking is whatever. I mean, he's not he's more of an offensive guy, obviously. Defense is 86, which isn't bad either. I mean, he's just unbelievable. 6'1", his skating is just unbelievable. I mean, like I said, the hands, I can't believe the hands. Like, he can just get it done, really. He really can. He's a guy you want to have on your power play, loading him up, getting passes across. Absolutely unreal, Keith Yandel is. All right, guys, so he is my number 1 guy. If I need a guy under 20K for a defenseman, a left defenseman, I would buy Keith Yandel. All right, guys, so also, after I'm done with these top 5 cheap players, I'm going to start looking at a new series, top 5 overrated players, too expensive for their overall and how they play, all right, guys? Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about, but, like, say, I don't know, Palat, is he really worth, I mean, I think he's like 80K or something. Oh, no, he's 100K. Well, yeah, well, is he really worth that? Like, I'll go over stuff like that, all right, guys? So hopefully you enjoy that new series when it comes out, all right? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And what's your top 5?
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride. It's been a long day without you, my friend.